Hello.
Hi, hi, Alex. Last time we met in person in New York. I am really missing meeting both of you. Maybe next time.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Right. Rachel, if we were sitting and talking in the first season, would you have ever imagined, did you ever imagine that we'll be talking here in the fourth season?
No, I've never been a part of a show for this long.
Right.
You just, we've all been a part of shows that we love and are so proud of that never quite reach an audience of this scale. And so
Right.
it just feels, I mean, God, what a gift. We're just soaking up every moment. It's
Right.
amazing to be talking about season 4 more than 5 years after we shot this pilot.
Mhm. Right. Alex, when I interviewed the others and I asked them which other character would you like to play if given an option, they both said your character. What what do you think is, that everyone just loves her?
I think it's that the other actors covet my comfortable clothing.
Also true.
I think it's
Yes.
flat shoes. I think people just like that she seems wildly unconcerned with what anyone thinks of her.
Mhm.
Hmm.
She has nothing to lose and everything to gain. And those types of people in the world, I think everyone's envious. They move through the world with freedom. They don't edit themselves. They don't care. They're just going to go for it. And I think people are so scared, and most people are scared and afraid and worried about what people will think. So Susie
Right.
offers a freedom that other people don't have.
Right. Rachel, I wish I could tell people more. I watched 2 episodes of this, but I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. What do you want to tell the audience who's watching? Does it begin where you all left it just in the third season?
They're definitely dealing with the fallout of the end of the third season, where Midge and Susie have been left on the tarmac by Shai
Mhm.
Baldwin and crew. We do pick up with them figuring out what to do from there. And it's a season about the two of them thinking bigger. And it's a make it or break it moment for them, both together as a pair and also
Mhm.
individually.
Right.
Susie is building out Susie Meyerson and Associates, realizes, Alex can say this better than I can, but that Susie can't put all her eggs in one basket. And Midge
Mhm.
realizes that the path that she sees for herself is not one that anyone's ever walked before. And that
Right.
means that she both has to do it with the support of Susie and also sometimes alone. And there's
Right.
there's a lot of shenanigans along the way.
Right. Alex, the teaser doesn't, the trailer is a great teaser where she's telling you, make me, and let's do this and let's do that. What can you tell the audience at this stage who have not watched even one episode?
Well, Susie's in a precarious situation because, Midge has really fucked things up. Midge really, what she learns at the end of season 3, I wasn't aware of what happened on
Right.
that stage.
Yeah.
And it's, I have children. It's very similar to me telling my daughter to pour herself a glass of milk because I'm too lazy to do it. I don't want to get up. She does it. And then she drops the glass and breaks it. And I'm in that position of wanting to be like, God damn, I'm going to be so upset, but I'm also worried that she's cut herself.
Right.
And I have to take some of the blame myself for not being there. I'm in a tough spot with Midge, and taking some responsibility myself for what happened and trying to rebuild and delicately channel my anger towards Midge's mistake into rebuilding our careers.
Right. Very interesting. Rachel, this wouldn't have worked without your chemistry with each other. What is how does this chemistry work? It has to have great friendship, or are you all, feeding off each other's energy? How does this work?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about chemistry. There's sometimes just a little bit of a special sauce that you can't quite define that makes some sort of, I'm going to with the science metaphor, I'm losing, but some sort of magic happen. Uh, and I think we did a chemistry read before we ever shot the pilot, the two of us in a room
Right.
together. And you could feel the foundation of Midge and Susie's relationship then.
Yeah.
Alex and I are really different, but and obviously over time that that trust and respect for one another, and our differences and also our similarities has grown. But it was there from the beginning too.
Right.
It's
Alex,
been,
the magic was there, right? You know what? So, what if I was to ask you, Alex, if there any similarity between both of you, what would that be?
Between Rachel and Alex, or between
Yes.
Midge and Susie?
Rachel and Alex.
I think that we're both extremely hard on ourselves. We're demanding of ourselves, and yeah, we push ourselves a great deal. I think that's
Right.
our biggest similarity. We've never shown up unprepared. I mean, some days you're less because of time and you can't, having to learn the lines, but it's not for lack of work. It's just being overwhelmed. But yeah, I think we both share a very similar work ethic.
Okay.
And thank God, because I think a lot of times that can lead to upheaval on a lot of sets if people don't.
Right.
And I think Midge and Susie too, very similarly, they both want so desperately to be great and to do good work and not let each other down. I think that's a driving force too, to not disappoint each other.
Right. Rachel, do you agree? You want to add anything there?
totally. And I think on top of that, I think that we both, similar to something Alex said earlier, want to not care at all what people think. And that's a struggle for both of us in different ways. But I think we're both thoughtful and empathetic, and that is, I think, a big driving force in both of our lives, and manifests in different ways. But I think that there's a lot of similarities between the two of us, despite a lot of more outward differences.
Right. Having played the same character for 4 seasons, if there was an option, I'll ask you again this time, if there was an option of going to another character in the next season, Rachel, which one would you choose?
Oh, definitely Susie. I want those pants and the shoes and the hats. Like, it's funny because sometimes in real life, Alex and I, our personal senses of style are more aligned with each other's characters.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you and I, Alex, have often showed up places like, I think I literally showed up at your house dressed like Susie at one point.
Yeah, in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Everybody, sorry.
Yeah, I tend to wear a lot of vintage,
Yeah.
40s, not quite 50s, but yeah, I do a lot of vintage kind of stuff, and Rachel looks like a new boy.
So, Alex, everybody would like to play Susie. Who would Alex like to play?
Oh God, Lenny Bruce probably.
Okay, very interesting.
Lenny Bruce would be pretty fun, I think. I don't think I can do it, but it would be fun to try.
Great, definitely. I've watched this season. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Both of you continue to entertain us. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
You.